The Erie County Clerk's office is reminding drivers to get a real ID before it's too late. The deadline is now less than a year away.
To talk about the process, right now we are joined by Erie County Clerk Mickey Kearns. Mickey, thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
So here we are, less than a year out from the official deadline. For those who may not be seeing the reminders everywhere, exactly what is a real ID?
So May 7th of 2025, in order to board a plane and fly domestically from New York to Florida or any other state, you will need a real ID to be compliant, meaning a license that has two identifications. The easiest way to explain this, either a star or a flag. So if you're at home, pull that license out, you either need a star on your license or a flag or a up-to-date passport or passport card. So that is going to be necessary in order to fly domestically.
So this deadline has been pushed back a couple of times, I think.
Yes.
It was like in the fall of 22, and then it was the fall of 23.
Yes.
This one seems like now the rest of the state has caught up, so this deadline is probably going to sit, right?
Yes, and I believe it's a hard deadline. They've been given the states many years to come into full compliance. Remember, this was because we were attacked on September 11th. We are going to need original documentation. That's why we're here today. Original birth certificate. If you're married and you had a name change, whatever is on the birth certificate, you have to show how that name was changed through a marriage certificate or any other documentation. So we're trying to get people prepared, try to give them time to come in. They can come in, go to erie.gov/clerk, make an appointment, but it's essential. There will be no exceptions. You will really have to get this identification.
And the Erie County DMV, you know, the process is very easy.
Yeah.
Walk us through what that process looks like and the different options actually there are for New Yorkers.
So remember, we just opened up a new facility at the George Urban Boulevard. I was in shock when I looked at the numbers. We're open Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, our newest facility. The wait times, 3 minutes and 30 seconds.
That's not bad.
That's not bad. I mean, you can't even go to McDonald's that fast.
That's true.
Sorry, McDonald's.
That's true, Mickey.
But, you know, it's really positive. And what we said is if you go and make an appointment, don't need an appointment. We have same-day appointments. We have flexible times. On this part, we're one of the only DMVs in the state of New York that's open on Saturdays. We're open later. And we have actually a number, 858-8864. You can call. Okay, I hope they're sitting down and talk to a live person, an actual person. And you can ask them and say, hey, look at what type of documentation am I going to need before you come in? Because we want to save your time. But I'll tell you, I'm so impressed with our staff. We have record numbers. And it's so positive and it's exciting when you think about it.
When people are at home and they're watching this, they might look at their license and pull it out. Maybe it's expired, or maybe it's going to be expired sometime between now and that May 7th deadline. What should they do if it's already expired? There are certain levels of information and identifiers.
Yes.
The point system that New York uses.
6 points of ID. Yep.
Where can they find that, and what are some tips? Because I know that is a frustration for people, those 6 points of ID.
People get confused, and this is why I said, if you do have an up-to-date passport, we do accept passports at on behalf of the Department of State. So look to see if your passport is updated. That would be the first thing I do. You may already be Real ID compliant. Once again, if you have the star or the flag, you're good. Of course, you can renew your license at any point in time, even a little bit earlier. But what I would do is get your proper documentation, which would be your birth certificate. Major, you can't have a hospital birth certificate or a church birth certificate. It has to be a certified birth certificate from, certified from a town. Like, for example, you were born in the city of Buffalo, you would get it from the city clerk. Your original Social Security card, your address, utility bill, proof of citizenship, which once again could be a passport, all of those things. And I mentioned if you were married, your marriage certificate, because not too many people get married at birth. So their name or if it hasn't changed, that's fine. But once that name changed, you have to show all the name changes, inclusive of a divorce. So if you change your name back, you have to show that once again. So this is a federal document. We need original documents, and federal government's very strict. This is important. I think it's a very positive thing, and it's for our own security, so we can fly safely. And of course, with a enhanced driver's license, that's the one with the flag, you can use that to go to Canada, which is important.
May 7th, 2025, the final deadline for Real ID. We, of course, have all this information up on our website, wivb.com. Erie County Clerk Nikki Kearns, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.